Switzerland Tourism CEO Martin Nydegger is leading the organization's first high-level delegation in the Philippines this October. The visit highlights the growing importance of the Philippine market, which became a permanent focus for Swiss tourism in 2024. Now, the delegation is meeting with local travel partners to promote Switzerland as a premier destination for Filipino travelers. It is also showcasing the Travel Better strategy, which emphasizes sustainable tourism and enriched visitor experiences. Switzerland Tourism says the trip reinforces its long-term commitment to developing the Philippine market as a key priority. And joining us this morning, we have on the show Mr. Martin Nydegger himself, CEO of Switzerland Tourism. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Matters.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm proud to say I would tell people that I was one of the first to be able to do a TV episode on Switzerland, and we were partners on that back in 2022. Our Switzerland episode is actually the highest ranked amongst our episodes at 2.6 million views currently, and obviously there's high interest from the Philippine market. But help us understand how this relationship has evolved. How did the Philippines become a key market enough to bring you here?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Definitely shows that you're a trendsetter. You started a fire, which is now
one of those
spreading wide. And it is actually, I'm very proud to be here. It's my first visit to the Philippines, and it is our latest addition to the market, and that has to do with the fact that we really believe in the market dynamics. Filipinos are wonderful people, and Swiss are wonderful people, so I think it's about time we bring them together.
Mm-hmm. And have you seen a tremendous growth in the number of tourist visitors from the Philippines?
Well, we did. If we look at the stats, then the market dynamics, and that's what we call when a market really grows from year to year. In the last 10 years, it is the fastest growing market in our portfolio of
Philippines.
Markets. The
Philippine market.
Still on a lower level, so we're still expecting more, but we can see there's dynamics in the market.
Not from Korea?
No, actually, it's the growth rate is even faster than that.
Really?
Yeah, it's impressive, and that's why we're here, and we came with a delegation to really display the importance. And we want to learn also, what do we need to do, how do we need to adapt so we can even welcome more Filipinos.
Maybe make it less expensive.
I don't know if that's the thing. You know, you need to do work. We want to really focus on quality and give the best visitor experience, and then you cannot put a price on that.
Sige na nga. In Tagalog, in English rather, it's fine. No, I mean, there's value for money, certainly, when you go to Switzerland. That's the reason why I mentioned Korea, is because of the iconic crash landing on you that the Swiss told me brought a lot to tourism. I guess tell us about the impact of that, the Korean series, and what does Switzerland have to offer?
Well, it's a wonderful example on how social media can have an impact on a tourism destination. In this case, it was a Netflix series, and it has a huge impact. It was a tiny, small village, and they showed a wonderful jetty which is going inside the lake of Brienz. It is a turquoise blue lake surrounded by mountains, blue sky.
Interlaken
right? In this area, correctly. So it's really it's beautiful, and it had a huge impact. People really want to come and relive this scene on the jetty, on that beautiful spot. So it totally works. And I think now, after some years, we also prepared for the people.
But I love how your approach to tourism has been through these campaigns. For one, the Switzerland Tourism group got me to do the 100% Women Cycling Challenge, highlighting the cycling experience around the country. What do you have for autumn? And how does Switzerland embrace its tourism initiatives?
Yeah. We always try to do it a little bit different. This is our credo, our motto. We're trying to do a little bit of an unconventional way in showcasing, in promoting our country. So that's why once we worked on the fact that the main decision maker in travel is not us men, it's the women. women take the decision. So that's what was basically the insight of that campaign, 100% women. The women are in power if it comes to travel decision, so we should really address them. And now the topic at this very moment is Switzerland is known for beautiful summer pictures, for maybe snow-capped mountains, but one season which does not get enough attention and totally unjustified, because it's just, in my opinion, the most beautiful season is autumn. We have in Switzerland 4 completely different full-blown season, and the autumn is, in my opinion, just spectacular. When you have the golden mountains, when the air is a bit more crisp, it is just phenomenal. So we have started a campaign with our ambassador, the tennis legend Roger Federer.
Wow.
Then we had Halle Berry, icon.
They're both Swiss.
Halle Berry is American.
Oh, okay.
She is.
Only Roger is.
Only Roger is, exactly. And so they're telling a story. And they're not just saying Switzerland is beautiful, they're telling a story. She's basically manipulating, in the clip, she's manipulating the shot for one sole reason. She wants to stay as long as possible in Switzerland, so she does everything wrong. So it's a bit funny, it's entertaining. You should look it up.
So this is a commercial.
It is. I would say it's a bit more than a commercial. It's also a bit entertainment. Yeah.
And when will this be released?
It's just been released the last couple of weeks, so it's out there on YouTube.
Okay, so search for Roger Federer and Halle Berry
and Switzerland Tourism.
How does Switzerland look like in autumn? I mean, you talked about how crisp everything is, but in terms of like hues and colors, because I've been there, I think it was spring. Is May spring?
Yes.
Spring. I've been there in spring. I've been there in winter.
Okay.
But how does autumn look like?
Well, the dominant color is golden, yellow. It's really an Indian summer picture. I would say this is the main color scheme there. Everything is still open, and that's quite relevant. You know, we don't have something like an off-season where things shut down, so it's still open. Switzerland is basically open throughout the entire year. And in autumn you have, and that's a particularity, the air is very crisp, clear, so you can see as far as possible. You go up to the mountains. You don't need to climb them in Switzerland. We have more than 600 mountain railways, so we have always mountains who are amazing and accessible.
You say everything is open because in the winter some activities are closed, right? So during autumn, what can people do? Climb mountains?
Well, go up to the mountains. There's a lot of sightseeing to do. There's in the cities, people are roaming around the cities. And let's not forget, autumn is the harvest season. So it's if you like a glass of wine, this is perfect. We have phenomenal wine, and the vineyards are always in spectacular places. Our trains rides are just amazing because we have a very well-established public transportation system. Something might be a bit new to the Filipinos. This is also our way in showing if you're in Switzerland, you should definitely travel by train. It's convenient, it's on time, it's clean, it's really an experience itself.
You just need one pass.
That's correct. It's the Swiss Travel Pass, which makes it very easy. You don't need to worry, is it valid or is it not valid? This is like a convenience pass.
Okay, so if I were a traveler and I was thinking of which season to visit Switzerland in, what would winter be best for?
Winter is... you have the same landscape, looks completely different because you have a meter-thick snow layer on everything. Sometimes you've seen the picture maybe with thick layer of snow on the chalet houses or on the landscapes. It's completely different. If you want, you can ski, but you don't necessarily need to do that. So don't shy away from going to Switzerland in winter because you don't know how to ski. There's so many things to do. You can do sledging, you just walk, you can take a horse carriage or just enjoy this landscape.
How about in fall?
Fall, again, is, in my opinion, my personal favorite season.
Is fall and autumn the same?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Because we only have 2 seasons here.
Right.
Wet and dry,
we have 4.
So not familiar. Summer. Am I correct?
Yeah. I think summer, it's rather cold in winter, and then in summer it goes up to maybe 25, 30 degrees. So still warm to go and swim in the lakes and in the rivers, go for hikes, go for strolls. But it's not unbearable hot. And we see A lot of countries coming to visit Switzerland because it's very comfortable climate-wise.
Which cities should we go to? I did notice that each city has its own charm. Each city and town. How do you call the towns again in Switzerland?
We call them
Canton?
The canton are the regions, but we call them, our cities are actually, in comparison to Metro, Manila, are rather smaller, so we call them boutique towns.
Oh, okay.
So you're most likely going to fly into Zurich. This is the airport with the most connection. Make sure that you stay in Zurich, because Zurich is not as big as you might think. Zurich is a town at the lake with a fantastic view to the mountain. So you have everything right there. So definitely spend some time in Zurich. Lucerne is a wonderful place to go and visit. And then we have there's several languages being spoken in Switzerland. French is one of it, and Geneva, where all the beautiful watches are come from. So this is the place to go to look or maybe buy a watch. It is also the chocolate capital. They have lots of different chocolates.
Yes.
So don't miss out on trying and visiting a chocolate museum. We have chocolate experience places. Lindt, for example, is a world-renowned chocolate. So you have an 8-meter high chocolate fountain. So it's not only water running down, but even chocolates. So there's so many things.
Matterhorn.
Matterhorn is there as
Top
well.
the road mountain.
That's correct.
But it has been removed from the packaging, right?
And it came back
Swiss
now.
law. Oh, it came back now?
Yeah, it came back
Okay.
because they couldn't do without it.
Okay. So again, there's some watches, there's chocolates, cheese.
Cheese.
Don't leave Switzerland. Cheese is so good.
Don't leave Switzerland without trying a fondue. It's melted cheese with a bit of bread. So there's plenty of things to do. So.
How do we? Where do we even start? I mean, for those who would want to go around Switzerland.
Well, a good start is always, if you want to get an impression what the possibilities you have, visit our website, switzerland.com. There you get a thorough and trustworthy information. And we have representation even here in Manila. So we do have a person who's also talking to tour operators, to travel agency. If you want to book, go and visit your nearest travel agency and have them explain everything, what you can do to go to Switzerland.
And how much would be a good length of time to spend in Switzerland? And how much would you need on the average?
You need months and weeks, but of course you don't have that time available. But I would say start with not less than a week. Not less than a week. It would be a pity to fly there, and you really want to dive into it. You want to see the diversity. So make sure that you account a certain amount of time. So it has to be more than a week.
Maybe, but is a direct flight in the offing?
Not at this moment. We're really hoping for it. You can count me in team direct flight, but it is not up to us. So we're really trying. We are trying to create a demand here. So if there's lots of demand from Philippines wanting to go to Switzerland, then the airlines will definitely look at it and consider it.
Well, for sure, one of the biggest factors here would be the high growth from the Philippine market that you mentioned. And just hearing about your stories makes me want to go back there again. And we do hope to see more partnerships at hand, and then more for the travelers who want to experience a trip of their lifetimes. I would always refer to Switzerland as a paradise where that country just feels so blessed from all fronts, like from the clean water to the mountains to the solace that you find walking amongst nature, and so much produce. So a lot to visit, to look forward to. Anything else that you'd like to?
Well, I love your description as a paradise. I mean, that's definitely something, and it is a nice contrast to the Philippines. We are landlocked, so we are fascinated by your beaches and whatever the Philippines have to offer, and in reverse, we are landlocked. We have the most spectacular mountains, and there's a saying: if mountains had a home, it would be Switzerland.
Wow. How are the men? Just kidding. This is my show. I know what you lack. You lack problems. Just kidding. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We have Mr. Martin Nydegger, CEO of Switzerland Tourism. We look forward to deepening the relationship between the Philippines and Switzerland.